If you want to get a 5% discount off of all your orders at SpeedCubeShop.com, make sure to use the discount code Antonie.
This was the first scramble. This was a 0.73. On this scramble, there is really just one very good option, which is on green, where you have 3 moves into this EG1, and it actually cancels like 5 moves. So the full solution ends up being R prime U2 F prime, R prime F2 R F prime, and that was my solution, and that's also OO. This was the second scramble. This was a DNF due to a corner twist, and I think it also was a +2, and it just was very bad in general. This is, it only has like this diagonal bar, and what I ended up doing was I saw on orange you could do R prime F into this LS, but I wasn't really sure what the best angle was to execute it from, so what I sort of did was doing R prime F, U2, and then RL, and then U prime, R prime, U, R prime, F prime, and somewhere in there, yeah, they're corner twisted. So that solution is actually like move optimal. However, there is a different solution that is a bit better, which is from here, I believe. Yes. Yeah, I was getting a bit confused. So yeah. So the first solution, I think there might be a good angle to execute it from, but I found this on white, which is R prime U F2 into this LS, which just goes like this, which is also just 9 moves. This is the third scramble. This was a 0.96, and on this scramble, there is this bar that you can work from, and this also has a pre-made CBL, which actually leads to a move optimal solution, which I'll show you in a second. But what I ended up going for is, I saw on white you could do 3 moves into this LS, and the full solution ended up being R prime, U prime, R, U prime, Niklas, and then just insert the corner, which was 15 moves in 0.96, which is very good. But that's definitely not OO, because this scramble is actually 7 moves optimal, and it can actually be seen as the CBL solution. So on this side you have this U case with matching and random, and on this side you have this L case, which is opposite and or same and opposite to this one. So what you can do here is you can hold it from here with this bar on the bottom, do R2 F prime U, R2 U, R prime U. So that is move optimal, the 7 moves, but I do not think it's OO. What I do think is OO is it's technically the same solution but from a different angle. So holding it from here, you do R2 F prime R, U2 R U prime R. This was the fourth scramble, so it was 0.94, and on this scramble there's only 1 bar to work from, and I did not actually work from there. What I ended up doing was on yellow, you have 3 moves into a leg 1 by doing U prime F R2, and you can actually cancel into the algorithm, so the full solution ends up being U prime F U, R prime U2, R2 F R F prime, which is also move optimal, but surprisingly, despite it being move optimal, it's not the OO. What ends up being the OO is actually 2 moves longer. So what you can do instead is you can on orange you have F prime R into this LS, and you can actually like cancel into the algorithm, so it's pretty good. So the full solution ends up being F prime R2 U prime R prime F R prime F prime R2 U prime R prime U. This was a fifth scramble. This was a 1.02, and on this scramble, what I noticed straight away was that you could do R prime F U, R prime U prime R into a PBL, and that's pretty nice. That's what I ended up going with, and it's actually pretty similar to Euros Finals 2022 last. So yeah, so my full solution ends up being from here, R prime FU, R2 F2R, F prime R U2, which is pretty nice. It's just one move over over optimal, and what optimal, I think optimal from a specific angle ends up being 00. So the full solution ends up being from here, R2 F prime R F prime, RU to R, and that's 00.